Hello guys, I'm Alex Badia, the style director of Women's Wear Daily, and we are backstage at the underwear shoot, and we are with a superstar, booker Christophe. His last name is very complicated, so he's going to pronounce it for us.
Christophe Sanchez-Vahle. Sorry.
As I said, very complicated. So, can you talk to us a little bit about Soul management?
Certainly. Soul has been around for about 5 years, and it's a great men's predominantly agency.
Do we need to speak a little louder? A little louder.
All right, okay. I'll learn to project. So
Project.
basically, we've been around for a little over 5 years, and basically it's really a strong men's agency here in New York, and we do have a global reach, so we've got clients all over the world, and we have a core fundamental guy that's your classic sort of male supermodel that everybody sort of knows and loves, and really handsome guy with a great body that a lot of the clients really can relate to, and the public can relate to and recognize.
So, can you explain, I know you said something about a male supermodel, you explained it a little bit, but what makes a male supermodel?
Well, I think it's their success.
We're going to show you some, we have some of them around here, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's their overall success and their overall ability to transcend any trends that might be happening in the fashion industry. They've got classic, great, good looks.
So classic, great, good looks, one.
Good bodies.
Good bodies. So no skinny...
No, I mean, that they're going to be really long-lasting. I think it's a little bit more classic.
Classic, good bodies.
Yeah, exactly. And an inherent great personality. The thing about a good supermodel, I think, as well, is that their personality is engaging, that they can relate just about everybody, and that they're nice or professionals, and that makes them enduring and keeps sustaining their career.
So when you're looking for a new supermodel, and you're trying to discover a new face, what are you looking for? Because there's people watching us that probably wonder, are they a supermodel in the making, basically?
I mean, there are probably tons of potential supermodels out there. And it's really being able to be versatile and to mold yourself to different client needs, whether it's here or internationally, and to create longevity in a career.
I have a question. So we talk about looks, we talk about body and face, but you talk about personality. You think personality is what, 50%?
I would almost say a little bit more than that, substantially more than that, because you really have to connect with also the client before you even get the booking, and then you also have to connect through the camera, and that's something really special that not a lot of people have. So when we do have the supermodels, it's that they can really, I hate to say it, sort of reach through the camera and really connect with either their audience, whether it's through a camera or just on an image.
I think that's sort of interesting. Do you think that what beauty is today has changed? Are we going back, because there's a big 90s trend in fashion, that the 90s model, it tend to be more like that American, old school, beautiful man. No androgyny, no skinny. Do you think that's coming back?
I think so, and I think, you know, the fashion industry is very cyclical, so it always comes around, and you know, people of a certain age, like what we remember the 90s, this new generation is not really familiar with yet, so they will be looking towards that as the next trend, and although, you know, we do have those cool trendy models that are skinny and can give you a certain aesthetic, for me, I sort of think as well that there's a certain let's say a certain beauty to the handsome man, and they are the ones that are aspirational. I think for the public that have that purchasing power to buy the clothes that are being sold. It's not going to be your 16-year-old skinny surfer kid that's going to be able to afford a full outfit in Gucci.
Right. I mean, obviously there is different types of models for different type of houses, but. For Soul, you guys are made a business out of really promoting the classical, I want to say American because you're not American, but traditional, handsome men with a good personality and a good body, basically.
Yeah, because there's a demand for that, and it is increasing, and whether it's in Europe or whether it's America, there's always going to be that core demand for the handsome American male with a good body.
Great. So we are at the underwear shoot, as I said at the beginning, and we want to take you back a little bit to behind the scenes, how what happens on set, and we're gonna have to move a little bit. And Leah, who's holding the phone very diligently, is gonna try to do her best not to drop anything. So follow us. So we're gonna introduce you to a couple of the guys he's talking about, some of the making of a supermodel kind of guys. So come with us. Oh, they're playing video games. Models tend to play video games. So
They have to be entertained in between shots.
in between, guys, can you pause for a second and say hello?
Hey, what's going
How
on,
you
guys?
doing? Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Christian Hogue.
Eian Scully here.
Yeah.
So, Christian, how long have you been modeling? Can you turn towards us a little bit?
I would say I've been modeling for about 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, since I was about
Wow.
16, 15.
Amazing.
Yeah, long time.
So, is it embarrassing to do an underwear shoot, for example?
Maybe when I was 16.
Not now.
No,
it's
no,
a,
no.
It's your professional.
It's pretty natural.
Pretty natural.
To, yeah, be in your underwear.
Is Christophe a good agent?
He's under pressure now. He has to say
Just
that.
kidding.
No, he's one of the best ones I've
That,
had
I agree.
in
I
my
agree.
10 years. Yeah.
Amazing. So, you can talk to us about you a little bit.
I've actually been modeling for about 10 years also, since I was 18.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, how do you get this? How do you get discovered?
I was actually on the streets in Montreal. Someone just approached me and asked me if I wanted to start modeling, and took
Good.
off from there, yeah.
Well, keep on playing. We're gonna go to set now.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, so turn around. We're gonna take you to set.
It's like a journey.
We are obviously the shoots today are they're all over. So we have a videographer because we're doing a little video, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to the photographer now for a second. Mark, if you can take a little break and come with us. Hello. This is the photographer Mark Mann, and he's a celebrity photographer and a portrait photographer. And today he's taking beautiful portraits of underwear, models and underwear. So can you talk to us a little bit about today?
You know, today has been exceptionally easy because we have three amazing looking guys who just look great in the underwear, and it's a joy for me, who often has to photograph real people or celebrities,
Right.
to work with models that just do as you ask them, and it's their job and they're professional. The crew from WWD is always wonderful.
Especially Alex Badia.
Pretty much apart from Alex.
Nice plug, nice plug.
The crew is wonderful. Everything is great, and
So
it's been great.
I want to ask you one thing. You were talking to me about shooting Jane Fonda.
Uh,
How is it different shooting Jane Fonda to shooting these guys?
less wrinkles.
But Jane Fonda is gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's it's the kind of thing I'm used to Miss Fonda, and I know I've got like 7 minutes, and I don't want to but these guys, you just say, can you hold that? Like you forget you've told them 20 minutes later, you look back round and they're still there. So
Yeah.
for me it's a joy and a privilege to
Right.
work with such great guys.
All right, well, thank you
Really
so
good.
much. We're going to take over your scene for a
Sure,
second.
please.
So I want you guys to meet Chad White, who is the model, who he's being photographed. Christophe, come with me for a second. Let's talk. Okay, well, he's going to talk to us on underwear. So how long have you been modeling?
A little over 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did your career start?
Wow.
Can you project a little bit?
I came here on a dream. I thought I would only be here for 3 weeks, and I ended up being here 10 years.
Right.
And I got a break. I got a big magazine. I worked with Vogue, and
Was it the whole? I remember. Was in the magazine there was all you?
yeah.
How did that happen? Can you tell us about that experience?
I don't know how that happened, but it was amazing. We spent 5 days in LA, and we shot cover to cover.
With Stephen Klein.
With Stephen Klein.
Yes. Don't forget the details.
With Stephen Klein. It was amazing.
So how were you discovered?
Actually, a friend of mine wanted to model, and I went in to support her, and they asked me to model, and I was this tall, lanky kid, really bushy eyebrows, and I had like sideburns down to here, and I wasn't a model. They said, well, I think we can make you money and model. And I was like, no, I don't want to model. I don't want to do that. And then I tried it, and it was awesome. I worked for Nike, and then I came to New York, and it's been a dream ever since.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Is it embarrassing to stand on your underwear here? No.
No.
Amazing.
I just picture everyone naked, so I'm like.
Okay, well, we're going to go back to the couch. You're going to continue shooting. So, Christophe, let's continue the interview. Mark, please continue working.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, Facebook Live.
Thank you.
All right, young man.
So let's continue the conversation. And also, I want to make sure that if there are any questions from the audience, that we can take some. So, how long have you been an agent? And how do you get into becoming an agent? How one does that?
I actually fell into it by accident. I was living in London, and a friend of mine was an agent with an agency there. This was, 17 years ago, so it was a long time ago. And I think it's just something you really need to have a passion for the industry and really able to connect with people, just to manage them and make everyone's life easy and help organize things. So it's nothing you can really train for, but I think you need to have a passion for the industry and like people, like connecting with people.
Do you need to have an eye for what works?
You do, and it's always sort of that separation of whether it's something that you might personally love and adore, and to also have a distinction with something that a client can connect with. So even though the models that you've seen today are quite the core of Soul, we do have models that really do the whole range and gamut,
Right.
and so that they can appeal to as many clients as possible. So
Understand.
you need to sort of recognize that when you see a face, you look at their potential, and you can see how they maybe need to be tweaked a little bit. Like when Chad mentioned he had the sideburns and the bushy eyebrows, all it took was probably just a little trimming, and then you could see the clients.
But for example, in the case of Chad, because we have him and we saw him, so you see bushy eyebrows, you see sideburns. You need to see beyond that, obviously.
Right, obviously.
What is that thing that makes them eat?
It's sort of that connectivity, I guess.
Connectivity.
So with us as an agent, when we see them for the first time, we see that there's something really great about them that the clients are going to connect with. Clients may not get it at first, and you may need to tweak it a little bit. And it's also our job to find the clients for them. So it's that relatability, and that they're going to be able to sell the products really well, the clothes, and that they can go from an underwear shoot to a three-piece suit.
Versatility.
Yeah, absolutely. So that they're not sort of pigeonholed. And what's great about someone like Chad and the other boys is that they do runway, like Jeffrey Fashion Fairs on Monday.
Yes.
They do underwear shoots, and they also do suits and all kinds of
things.
Yes.
Let me ask you one final question, because I'm also interested about the life of a booker. In your case, do you have to babysit a lot? I mean, because a lot, there is damage control, there is crisis management, things that people should know, because in a way you are also somehow a logistical manager of like not only people's traveling schedules, but also lives. Some of these guys are young, they come to New York or any key city, they don't speak English, they are super inexperienced about life in general. How do you manage talent and also protect them, basically, and guide them?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of about that connectivity with the models, us as agents. As soon as we meet them, we build a rapport and we bond with them, and we do become protective because, some of them arrive from small towns and they arrive in New York City, which can be very daunting, and we do have to be protective. So we create a support and a network for them so that we can, we're there. Which is great about now is that we have cell phones that we didn't have when I first started. And now,
when I started, there were no cell phones either.
Exactly. And now, we have models that can reach us 24/7 when there's a problem or if they have any concerns. So we just need to be there for them.
So it's like a family.
It's a family. I mean, your mother, your father, your counselor, your gym instructor. But it's kind of great because you actually transform someone's life. It's nice to see when you see someone walk in the door, they haven't done anything, and then a few years later they're just thrilled to see their face in a magazine or on a billboard. You know, it can really change lives, and that's quite empowering, and it's really nice as an agent to be able to do that, to have some effect and impact on someone.
That is very nice. So I think we are running out of time, unfortunately. Christophe, I'll talk to you all day. This is so interesting to me.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much for coming, and please come back to WWD.com. The story's going to be up, I think, on Tuesday, so you're going to be able to see it live, and you can see Mark Mann's wonderful work, and stay with us. Thank you.
Thank you.